Theaurashow. Haven't been on a while.
Hi.
But I'm here now. Our topic today was supposed to be with the writer of The Six Steps.
Right.
But unfortunately, we could not pull that off.
Lauren.
Not yet, anyway.
Lauren.
But since I'm here, we can talk about other things, like the political arena of the United States and our thoughts on that. Although I am one to believe that what goes around comes around. So sometimes when things be happening to people, it's because of the things that they've done in the past. But I always believe that if you're depressed, you're in the past.
This may be the last one I do for a while.
And if you're anxious, you're in the future. And if you're at peace, present, you're in the moment. So sometimes being in the moment is exactly what one should do instead of staying in the past. But anyway, I don't consider myself necessarily a lucky person. I just consider myself a blessed person because I believe all the things, good things I have did in life have always returned to me in some way. Like I was thinking last night about people that try to use hypnosis to do things. And so an in-law of mine once came to my house and she said, "Oh, I want to win some money because I got to put an awning on my building. So I'm going to use my birthday number. But every time I try to play it, I don't win anything. So I thought maybe if I hypnotize myself, then I'd be able to win." So I had all these books on hypnosis. And so we went through the books. Took us maybe a couple of hours. And so I convinced her, don't let people hypnotize you. Try self-hypnosis. So most of the books I had were on self-hypnosis. Because when a person does a suggestion to you, it could be only in their favor, not in yours. But if you suggest things to yourself, then you're probably putting yourself in a much better way than if someone else suggests it to you. For instance, people that sit and look at TV for 3 and 4 hours, that's called auto-suggestion. The television is constantly suggesting things to you. So I think if you learn self-hypnosis and you use self-hypnosis, it comes out much better. Anyway, after we went through the books, back to the situation with the in-law. After we went through the books and she felt satisfied, I gave her maybe 2 or 3 of the books, hoping she would return them.
Guess what?
I don't think I ever got them back. But she did win. She won, I think, $5,000 the first time when she played her birthday number. The second time, she was going to play the number, but she got in the car and she had wrote the number down. It was on the right day and the right time. But I think something happened where she couldn't go because someone else came and she had to stop what she was doing and just deal with that. So she missed the other $5,000. But she told me about it, and I understood exactly what was going on. But she used self-hypnosis because I taught her that that's what you should do, not hypnosis.
Wow.
Because you can't really trust people. They think that they're doing the best for you, but all in all, they're not. And as they say, sometimes good intentions pave the way to hell, and it does. In other words, like people that are always out there saying, "Oh yeah, if you listen to me, if you follow my path, you're gonna come out better," blah blah blah. But I remember what my favorite preacher said, Reverend Ike. He told of a story how he and one of his patrons came and knocked on his door, came to visit him. And outside in front of his door, or rather wherever he was a blue-on-blue Corniche Rolls Royce that he had just got. So when the guy saw the Rolls Royce, he went, "Oh, Reverend, I visualized a car just like that." And the Reverend answered, "Well, yeah, but you didn't get it, I got it. Because you didn't put yourself in the picture. In other words, you didn't use self-hypnosis. You didn't try to say, okay, this is the car that I want, and I see me driving it. And there I am driving that car, that brand new blue-on-blue Corniche Rolls Royce.
I think a lot
I
of
see me putting the key in the ignition, turning the key, and driving it down the street.
To go to their family.
That's what he didn't do. He just visualized the car.
I had 3 in my family.
So anybody can visualize a car, but it was the reverend that got the car, not him.
Right.
And I think that's the same way it is with people that hypnotize you. Usually when they hypnotize you, it's because it's something they want for themselves, not for you. So sometimes you should just think about that. You know, we can always visualize for other people. We really can. We can always wish them the best.
Right.
We can always, I mean, like when you have friends, you know, sometimes your friend be wanting this and your friend be wanting that, and you visualize everything for your friend, and your friend get it. Then when you realize that you didn't get it, that's how jealousy starts. So sometimes you just should sit and visualize things for yourself. So now if you want a blue on blue Corniche Rolls Royce, imagine yourself in it, not someone else. Or don't just imagine the car and say, for instance, I could say, here I sit, Shirley Ajayi, in a blue on blue Corniche Rolls Royce. I'm turning the key and I'm driving it. And it's my car and my name. I got the title. That's different. That's what you want.
Get it?
Okay? But now if you just go sit and think, oh, I see this blue Rolls Royce. A blue on blue Corniche Rolls Royce. I can see it. Well, it's a beautiful car. Oh, it costs $400,000 or $500,000. But that don't matter. I still see this car, and it's the car that I want.
Right.
But you don't see yourself.
The universe will give you what you ask for.
So my lesson to you today is, you want something, use self-hypnosis. Think about yourself for a change. You know, you can always visualize and help other people. But if you need help yourself, do it yourself. Read and read and read some more. Like I gave the woman a book and she read them. She actually read. She actually read the books. So I'm going to say bye, and I hope to hear from you next time. Until next time I'm on, this is the Shirley Ajayi Show. theaurashow at gmail.com is my email. Bye-bye.
Okay, I hope you listen to that. I mean, I can break that down for you. But she was an in-law, and she was in dire need to fix up her. She had this beautiful mansion. God, it had so many rooms in it because they had turned it into an orphanage. But the orphanage needed something to be added onto it because, you know, it wasn't making it through the winters, just like I needed to now. So I had a crate full of books on self-hypnosis and on hypnosis. So we went through both books, and you know, I even had to read some of the stuff to her and break it down so that she would believe what the book was saying. Sometimes you have to do that for people. And finally, she caught on to what it was saying. So she had, her birthday number was the number she had been using and wasn't working. So after she did the self-hypnosis and she read the book that I gave her, although I don't think I ever got the book back, but anyway, she read it and she won. She won, I think, almost $10,000. She won $5,000 the first time. The second time she had it too. She was going to get it and then something happened and she didn't play it. But the number did come. It was 4 numbers, not 3, 4. And she played it straight. So she won this money. See, I mean, I don't have the patience to play those 4 numbers. I play either the big 6 numbers or 7 numbers, or I don't play at all because I don't have the money to be spending on that. But I'm just saying some people like that. You know, there's a lot of ways to win money, really. But the point is, if you don't see yourself with it, you don't get it. I mean, you could stand here and say, oh, universe, give me what I want. Give me what I want, universe. Please give me what I want. And then you tell the universe, my name is Shirley J. Carroll, and I want a brand new house in a safer neighborhood, which is true. Then the universe will say, okay, you already got it. And you're supposed to figure out what the heck the universe is talking about. You know, that's what they've been doing on YouTube. You know, letting you keep on saying it, affirmations, until you actually believe yourself. The problem, and it's no problem, the catch to the whole thing is you already know. You already have it. But your conscious mind just ain't gave it to you. Your inner conscious already know where it is. Or as Reverend Winston say, well, if God made it that easy, then everybody would have it. That's why he put the blessings in the mouth of the fish. Okay? So that way, only you catch the fish is your blessing. All right. I'm just interpreting. If not, then anybody could go and get it. You know, so you have to pay attention. Some people just don't have the patience to pay attention to what's going on, you know. And you can't second guess it. You can't spend days on it. You just put it out there and let it come back. That's what I do. I wait till stuff come back after I can put it out there. I said, because I ain't got time to sit and think and think and think. Oh, yeah, all that thinking is not necessary. It's the energy, okay? It's the energy. And I have a verse that I always say that I love from the Bible. And it says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, saith the Lord. My thoughts are better than your thoughts. And my ways are not your ways, saith the Lord. My ways are better than your ways. And I added to that, my energy is not your energy, saith the Lord. My energy is better than your energy. And then it goes on to say, because the heavens is higher than the earth, my thoughts and my ways, and I added my energy is better than your thoughts, your ways, and your energy. See, you be down there thinking all them negative thoughts. And that's where you stay. And there's a whole lot of people down there with you. So you have to think higher thoughts. You have to use your higher mind. You have to have the right mindset. I can tell you the story, my last story, because I like to do a 15-minute, of a woman whose father died, and he was in the FBI, but way back in time. He's a white guy. That was during the racist era of the FBI. Anyway, he left her a will, and in the will, I think she had 3 children. Yeah, 3 children. He left each child $1 million. But when it came to her, he said, I'm not going to give you no more than what you make as a teacher. That's where I met her, when I was teaching. And she came to me crying almost. What can I do to change this? She said, I can't even get the money that the little that he left. Her problem was she was an alcoholic. So I told her, I have a lot of clients that people come to me because I have what they call common sense. I said, first of all, you got to stop drinking for a while. Can you do that? She went, yeah. I can do that. I doubted it anyway. I said, and then second of all, you got to change your attitude. Because she came to me about negativity, about how come he didn't leave her $1 million too, and she went on and on and on for days about it. I said, well, you have to deal with the way it is. And third of all, I told her, you got to dress up and look professional. You can't be looking like a hag. You can't be looking like an alcoholic. You got to look like a human. She did all 3 things. She went in there, she talked to the lawyer. So the lawyer opened the case back up and gave her money. He didn't give her the $1 million because there was not $1 million. There was $1 million, but she couldn't get it. So he allocated, the money in the more range in the teacher's salaries. Teachers do not make $1 million. I'm sorry. I'm talking about public school teachers. They just don't make $1 million. Okay. To me, they're the poorest middle class paid. I've been through that. I know what I'm talking about. So anyway, she did get that. But the kids didn't have no problem getting $1 million. And he was under Herbert Hoover. That's how way back in time. But now she did have all this information on the FBI, the history that her father had collected and he had went through in his lifetime. And she wanted me to take it and put it together like in a book or something. I said, not me. She said a lot of FBI agents was coming around our house trying to get that information from her, but she wouldn't give it to them. She just let it laid out on the table. They could have just took it, I guess. But she was, I hate that she passed. I really miss her. She was a good friend. But sometimes you have to change. You do have to change your attitude. You have to change the way you're thinking. And you do have to dress up. I'm sorry. That was one thing my father said to me, my biological father said to me. I hadn't seen him in years. When I graduated from University of Illinois with a master's degree, he came to see me. And I was looking a little bummy. You know, I wore a t-shirt, University of Illinois, and some blue jeans. And he said, I haven't seen you in years, and this is the way you dress. It was depressing to him. So don't depress people. That's the first thing. Don't depress people. Dress up, make them feel better, then they'll make you feel better. She had a bad habit of not dressing right. So this is all. I'm not going to go any further on this. But to win comes from up here. You know, in this area. That helps you to win. The pineal gland, they call it the third eye. That's what Reverend I go on and on and on and on about the third eye. He just don't call it the third eye. But that's what it is. We all have one. Some of us use it for bad. Some of us use it for good. Some of us use it for others for good. Some of us use it for others for bad. Some of us don't use it at all. But it's there. It's there. Okay? It is there. Okay. But that's why they call me a clairvoyant. Because I was taught to use mine for the good. And I think it's something that you have to be taught. You know. You have to learn that. But until next time, you know, keep on winning. It don't just have to be the lottery. It could be in other things. It could be on sports, like what I used to deal with and talk to. Men in sports, professionals, you know. It could be a business deal that you want to go through, that you started on, and you getting upset about it because you got to relax, change your attitude, and dress up and deal with it. Okay? As I say, you got to take on a second personality to get that deal did. But you can do it. You can do it. And I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe and hit that like button. And then we'll try to get back to the mukbangs. Anyway. Until then, this is Aura. Odiba. See you later.